caption: Berlanga fights Quigley, doesn't get a KO, takes Quigley all the way to 12 rounds. He should have ended him way before the 12th round, but Berlanga has not had a KO since 2020. And I mean, Quigley, he's up there, but he should not lasted all 12 rounds with Berlanga, which what they fed us. Yeah, at least ESPN, that he was this monster knocking everybody out, first round KOs. But ever since like 2020, that he started to face better opposition, the KOs just stopped. And, Berlanga hasn't looked as great. So, you know, Berlanga signs with Matchroom, gets his first fight in with the Zone, and Canelo, rumored to be fighting for PBC 3 fight deal. So, um, Berlanga went to the Zone to get the Canelo fight. But if he's to get the Canelo fight, it's gonna be in, I don't know, Canelo's next fifth, sixth fight. He ain't getting it no time soon. So, um, yeah, man, we're gonna be talking about all that. Um, but as expected, Berlanga was to beat Quigley. I thought he would beat him, by KO or something. But I don't know. He doesn't look as good as he hasn't been looking good in his last fights. Um, because they were hyping him to be this brutal knockout artist, and he hasn't been showing none of that. And you don't knock out everybody, which is all right. But to be saying that, or to be wanting to fight Canelo next so eagerly, and you ain't even close to being at the level. It just says that Berlanga and Berlanga's team just want a payday, which is all right. That's what they're doing in boxing. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like he would just be a sacrifice if he were to get a Canelo fight. But I mean, he says he wants the smoke, but I don't think he's ready, and I don't think he'll ever be ready. But um, that's why Canelo's not gonna fight him, because he hasn't achieved nothing in boxing, and yeah, and that's why Canelo chose to, or is choosing to go the PBC route, because there is better elite boxers over there. So he couldn't get the Bivar rematch, and he headed to PBC. While Berlanga, since he had announced he had signed with the Zone's Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, uh, and then at least I was waiting to see who was gonna fight, and then they said he announced he was fighting Quigley. I mean, it's a decent fight, but just because Quigley has a fan base like in New York, but uh, other than that, it was mostly like to build his name and uh, fill the fill the stadium up. But I mean, he could have fought somebody else. You know what I mean? He could have. I mean, Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya don't really be working like that, but they do both be in the zone. So he could have tried to get a Munguia fight or something, and I believe that's what he's gonna try to get now. He's been calling Munguia out, calling him female dog and all kinds of names, as Berlanga's been doing kind of the same talking ish to Oscar De La Hoya. But they want to get a Munguia fight. Um, they they want Triple G. That you see, that's a good fight. Which I don't knock if they fought Quigley as a first, which is cool, as long as they fight someone more decent. of the more top of the division. You know, at least top tens um, in the super middleweight division. Berlanga does hold the NAWBO or something like that. So he would be fighting for. Well, yeah, Canelo owns all them belts, but uh, you know he's getting his crack at the ones in the rankings in the WBO rankings. Which I don't know who's on there exactly, but I'm pretty sure Quigley was. That's where he got the fight. You know, and to get a fight with Edgar Berlanga, you gotta have something as well, because they're not just gonna give you an Edgar Berlanga fight, because that is a payday for the lower tier boxers. If you get a fight with Edgar Berlanga, you're gonna get a payday as well, because he is a rising star, and without having really do anything, just because he got a Puerto Rican fan base and stuff like that, and Puerto Rico doesn't really have any stars, not that many champions. They probably have like three champs at most right now. So they're like struggling for champions, and they really want to have a champion, a champion star. Even though they had the the woman boxer Serrano, but I mean, not too many people care for female boxers. As they do for the male boxers. So it's like the male NBA and the WNBA. No one really cares for them. And it's kind of similar in boxing. But yeah, man. Berlanga did dominate Quigley. He dropped him like three times. Um, I just seen the highlights, and from what I seen, Berlanga didn't struggle, but he should have took Quigley out, and he didn't. So that just tells you, if he can't take out Quigley, there's no way he should even be mentioning Canelo. Cause like I've been saying, Canelo, that's easy work for Canelo. You know what I mean? Canelo's the type to KO Berlanga like in the seventh round. But they really want that fight. Berlanga's team, but obviously, as everybody in boxing, around 147 to cruiserweight wants a Canelo payday. So I mean, I can't blame him. Um, and everybody wants to get paid. And Berlanga did have a big chance of landing the fight soon. He didn't, because word is Canelo's going to PBC. So Berlanga's gonna have to wait it out and see if he gets that call to fight Canelo in the near future. But as of now, the PBC fighters is gonna get a crack at Canelo, and we'll see what goes down. But I mean, like I've been saying, like he did dominate Quigley, but he does leave himself open quite a bunch, since Quigley did clip him a couple times. And if it was somebody of the elite, I don't think Berlanga recovers, and I think he's a KO waiting to happen. Like I said, he should have knocked out Quigley. He went 12 rounds with Quigley, uh, and hopefully he gets a Munguia or Triple G next. Uh, both fun fights, and we'll see what goes down, because um, with Munguia, I feel like it's a 50-50 fight, and a real exciting fight. And we'll probably give the edge to Munguia, since Munguia has been active. Berlanga had been inactive since his suspension, like 8 months suspension or something like that, for trying to bust a Mike Tyson and bite the ear off of the last guy he fought. I think it was Romero guy, but um, yeah, he he's been inactive, and I give if he were to fight Munguia, I would give him the edge, Munguia, and he fights Triple G. Triple G would probably be making a run at super middleweight, um, and I'll probably give the edge to even an old Triple G to beat Berlanga, but they at least want to fight Triple G. But it's a difference of wanting a fight and actually doing it. A lot of fighters just call out certain names to boost their profile, to have their name out there, and hopefully, he does get one of them. But we'll see, cause a lot of boxers just shout out certain names that they want to fight and end up fighting totally different. So, totally different guys. So, hopefully he fights one of them. Cause I mean, Matchroom, other than like Bivol, the Pacheco, I think Pacheco beats Berlanga as well. Those are guys at Matchroom. Uh, Pacheco, uh, they used to have Canelo, but he ain't gonna be there no more. Who else is out there? I don't really know too many guys out there, but ESPN Top Rank didn't have anybody. That's why he kind of left Berlanga. Um, but now he's gonna have to fight, fight some of the guys at Matchroom, who Eddie Hearn has, and see if he can get lucky and get a Canelo payday. But as of now, he's gonna have to wait at least a year and a half, 2 years. So he's gonna have to prove himself, fighting more, risking it to taking an L. Because if he takes an L, he probably will lose the opportunity to cash out versus Canelo. So he's him and his team are gonna have to be smart and not mess it up to still try to get a Canelo payday if Canelo goes back to Matchroom the zone. But yeah, he did decent versus Quigley. I didn't really like the performance. I was expecting more total domination by Berlanga by knocking him out type of style, but he did, he did win a unanimous. But he has not had a KO since like 2020, so his power might not be what they were saying. He was out to be this monster. So Berlanga, you know what I'm saying? Like he just hasn't been looking good for since 2020. Even though he's won his fights by unanimous decision, but they have been going like 12 rounds, and he has to get those experiences too if he wants to fight the big dogs at 68. But I feel like there's no way he beats the top five. There's just too many sharks out there, and I don't give him any chance. Like he couldn't take out Quigley, so I mean, and who is Quigley? Like pretty much unknown just because he has a fan base in from the Irish. So I mean, they're moving. Berlanga smart. They know what they're doing, and but yeah, we'll see what the future holds for Berlanga if he'll continue to stay undefeated or if he'll lose his undefeated record being at Matchrooms uh, with with Eddie Hearn, and we'll see how they move him to see if they're gonna try to save him for like a Canelo cash out. But I mean, that's easy work for Canelo. I've been saying it, and that's why Canelo ain't fighting him because he knows he brings nothing to the table. So he Canelo had a dip to PBC where the real threats are at and handle that and continue to do what he does. But yeah, man, Berlanga's gonna have to wait and and see if he can get his hands on Canelo in a couple years from now. Because as it's looking, he's gonna have to run it up, run the phase with the guys at Matchroom, see if he can stay undefeated, and if not, he can say goodbye to that payday with Canelo. But Canelo's gonna do his thing, get 100 million plus at PBC, and continue to get richer and continue to make a even bigger Hall of Fame legacy. So that's what Canelo's gonna be doing. But Berlanga's gonna have to still put in work and try to get that Canelo paycheck. But that's all for this video, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Pero I'm gonna do a little in Spanish, so for all my Spanish speakers out there, you know what I'm saying? La pelea entre Quigley, el irlandés, y el puertorriqueño Berlanga, estuvo decente. Pensaría que Edgar Berlanga, no, noquearía a Quigley, pero no pudo hacer eso. Quigley lo llevó hasta el 12 round. Sí, sí le ganó unánime, por decisión unánime, pero yo esperaría que Berlanga lo iba a noquear. Y no pasó así. Este, y luego Berlanga se fue con Matchroom, DAZN para tratar de conseguir una pelea contra el jalisciense Canelo, pero Canelo va y no, porque no pudo conseguir una revancha contra Bivol. Entonces am, dice, no, pues si no puedo conseguir una revancha contra Bivol, aquí en DAZN Matchroom pues no hay muchas opciones. Entonces se va contra, am, allá se va con Al Heyman y PBC, Showtime y ellos, que hay más peleadores, boxeadores con más potencial y mucho más de pues generar más dinero. Entonces Al Heyman le ofrece por los medios que he mirado, le ofrecen 100 mil millones de dólares, entonces por 3 peleas. Entonces Canelo, como es un boxeador de negocio, ah, va y claro que va a ir por esos 100 millones y de todos modos hacer peleas buenas, porque él es uno de los únicos boxeadores que desde que inició su carrera acá en Estados Unidos, que empezó a pelear contra peleadores pues con nombres que han hecho mucho en boxeo. Entonces desde muy temprana edad, los 22, empezó a pelear contra peleadores con nombre como los Sin Trons, con los Shane Mosleys, desde pequeño, y entonces, pues más que nada, pues subió su perfil y se convirtió en lo que es, porque le ganó a todos esos peleadores que tenían nombre. Entonces él hizo su nombre bien popular y más que nada sí se la pasa entrenando. No es un peleador de que es mitad part-time, ah, peleador y mitad no peleador que se la pasa en los antros y tomando y fumando y eso. Él, la verdad, el Canelo se dedica totalmente al boxeo y se la pasa entrenando a todo el año. Entonces es lo que lo hace más o menos diferente a todos los demás, que se la pasan en el gimnasio trabajando en, en su arte, que es de tirar puños. Entonces si es un peleador de verdad. Como les digo, hay boxeadores que solo pelean part-time, y eso es no ser ah, peleador, porque es un deporte muy duro, y tienes que estar entrenando alrededor de todo el año, porque los que sí entrenan todo el año son los que llegan más lejos, y obvio que Canelo ya ha hecho una buena carrera por sí mismo, y luego ha acumulado mucha riqueza, y, y se ha convertido en una leyenda, y va para más su, para su estatus. Entonces ah, va, va y sigue haciendo lo mismo, de pelear contra los mejores, de generar el más dinero en el boxeo. Entonces a muchos dicen que está bajando de nivel, pero igual todavía sigue dominando. Sí, perdió una pelea contra Bivol, y ha tratado de conseguir esa revancha. Bivol no quiere, porque piensa que él tiene un decir en lo que puede pedir, nomás porque le ganó. Pero igual él no es una superestrella como lo es Canelo, entonces no puede tratar de decir qué o cómo hacer la revancha. Entonces, bueno, Canelo dice, bueno, no quieres pelear, pues yo igual voy a seguir generando, y voy a seguir haciendo mucho por mi carrera, y por su legacy. Entonces, como sigo diciendo, va al otro lado de la calle con PBC a Heyman, y va a generar cientos de millones, y va a pelear contra igual buenos peleadores, y va a hacer peleas buenas, y va a dejarlos de Matchroom allá en The Zone, pues que se peleen entre ellos, porque igualmente no hay tantos peleadores allá. Entonces am, hasta hasta que Canelo termine su contrato de 3 peleas acá con PBC, pero veremos contra quién se tratan, porque se escucha que va a ser Charlo, Benavides y Spence, si es que gana contra Terence Crawford. Pero veremos qué rollo, y, y veremos qué show, a ver qué va a pasar. Pero um, desde ahorita, así está con lo de Canelo, con lo de Berlanga, que fue a Matchroom para tratar de conseguir una pelea con Canelo, y se le va la oportunidad. Pero pues igual Canelo es su propio ah, entidad, su propio jefe. Él va a donde mejor le conviene, y así va a seguir siendo. Entonces estos peleadores tienen que tratar de subir de nivel, pelear con mejores peleadores, generar mucho número en, en pago por eventos, si es que pueden hacer. Por ejemplo, cualquiera puede ser. Berlanga es uno de esos de que puede hacerlo, pero él ocupa pelear con peleadores mejores. Y pues la verdad, veremos contra quién puede ser en Matchroom, porque igual si es una estrella, pero para subir a la superestrella tiene que pelear con muchos más mejores. Pero quién sabe si harán ese riesgo en pelear con peleadores más de élite, porque no quieren perder el invicto, y perder la oportunidad de pelear contra Canelo, y perder esos millones que se generarían entre ese combate: Canelo contra Berlanga, México contra Puerto Rico, y ya saben la rivalidad que hay. Entonces, sea como sea, Berlanga tiene que hacer mucho más para tratar de ganarse ese combate contra Canelo, y él sabe que tiene que seguir peleando con más mejores peleadores y tratar de en el futuro agarrar esa pelea contra Canelo, pero están los Biboles, están los Pachecos y no sé quién más puede estar en el Matchroom, pero lo que sí sé es que Canelo tiene muchísimos peleadores de la 147 a las 200 libras y quieren pelear con él y ahorita a donde según va a PBC Showtime con Al Heyman, allá sí tiene muchas oportunidades en generar muchos millones y a él le sobran los peleadores contra quien pelear. Y igual es un ejemplo en que sigan los demás boxeadores en hacer para generar su legado y generar millones de dólares. Entonces, am, pel- Canelo peleará contra los top de su división, continuar ojalá contra Charlo, Spence y Benavides, que son unas peleas que yo quiero ver, entonces ojalá sea así, pero hasta la próxima, no se olviden de compartir, de darle like, suscribirse, hasta la próxima, fanáticos del boxeo.